I'm Carter Myers, and this is my co-host Barrett Kamen, and this is the first episode of the Two Dogs One Leash podcast. Now that we are with Sharpe Smith, I have a very important question to ask him. MJ or LeBron?
MJ, all the way.
Okay.
I would have to agree with that.
But he's LeBron's 6'9".
But MJ, he had better competition.
MJ
He's a better competitor, but
MJ 6 for 6 in the finals.
That is. All right, now that we're on the
After
basketball.
retirement.
that's true.
Now that we're on the basketball topic, did Wilt Chamberlain score 100 points?
Absolutely not. They had recording of everything else except the game where he supposedly scored 100.
That's what I was thinking.
It's hard to believe, in my opinion.
But he's got that cool photo where he's got like the 100.
I think I could do that too.
I could write up 100 on
Yeah.
the sheet and hold it up. I
That's
think
true.
it's ridiculous.
It's a cool photo.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Very false though.
All right. So let's say, what's a better feeling? You'd say hitting a home run or like getting a nice hug from like Coach Paz or Coach Hoggett?
Hoggett.
I would say getting a hug from Hoggett. I don't think I've ever seen that man give anybody a hug.
I think I've gotten a couple hugs from Hoggett.
I've never gotten a hug from Coach Hoggett. I'd love to see what that's all about.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean,
He's not
he's a cool dude. I had him as a teacher. He was good.
Yeah, he's a cool dude.
How is it different as him as from a teacher? Have y'all had him as a teacher?
Yeah, he's
before?
different.
Nah.
He's different.
Not in a bad way.
Not bad as a teacher either.
But he's more serious on the baseball field than he is.
He lays it down.
Yeah, he's chill in the classroom.
I got you.
So is the bottle half empty or is it half full?
I'm a half full guy. You know, I don't want to think about it as it being half empty because that means you poured it out. Which means
That's so
it's
true.
wasting it. You know?
That's a valid
if it's
point.
half full, then you filled it up. You're trying to get something done.
All right.
Barrett's just that type of guy, and along with that, is Barrett the best lefty Oxford pitcher ever?
Left-handed, absolutely.
I'd say so.
Pitcher in general, absolutely not. Jason Barber will
Thank
still
you.
reign over Barrett, but left-handed, I'll
I
give
think
it to.
Jason Barber, Houston Roth. We got a large margin there.
Best left-handed pitcher in Oxford High School history, without a doubt.
Without a doubt. Is there a guy that, like, you were coming up as an Oxford high school player, like ninth grade, that you looked up to?
Dixon Webb. He did all the things the right way. He was hard working. He stayed motivated. He was a good leader for the young guys. So I think it was easy to look up to him because he did everything the correct way.
I'd have to agree with that.
Is there somebody that, like, do you see yourself stepping into that role, same role, now that you've gotten older?
Absolutely. I think with Campbell leaving, somebody's got to step in and do the job that he once did. And I think I put myself in that position, which I'm excited for. Big shoes to fill, but it'll be okay. Everybody's got to step into a role at some point. So this year's my year.
I got a question. Who do you think is the most underrated player on the baseball team?
Underrated player?
Yeah.
Got to be Logan Durrell or Brady Maloney.
Oh, that's Logan Durrell.
Durrell's been raking the ball. We all know Brady Maloney's a good glove in the field.
He's been hitting it though.
Brady's been smoking the baseball
Mhm.
recently, so I think he's overlooked at times. But
Yep.
Logan's got, good arm in the outfield.
Yep.
Been hitting the ball well, so I'm excited to see what those guys are going to do this year for us.
Yep.
So, I know a lot of freshman baseball players, but is there one you just do not mess with? You don't
Cade
like?
Ferguson, without a shadow of a doubt, man.
All right.
Cade Ferguson.
I was expecting that one.
I think everybody on the team would agree.
Hey,
with
I would
that.
have to go with Garrett Costco.
No, I love Garrett.
I would have to go with Garrett Costco.
Really? Is there a
Yeah.
reason behind Garrett? I feel like
He
kind of
sends
a
some weird
likable guy.
Snapchats to me sometimes. So.
Okay, that's a good reason. So, Barrett's been playing baseball for a real long time. How long have you been playing?
I started playing at about the age of 4. Him and I have been playing since we were 9 together. So, know this guy like the back of my hand, unfortunately. But I've enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to playing with him again this year, getting to catch him a little bit. So we'll see.
So, I know Barrett's had some injuries because he's been playing for so long. Would you recommend others to play that long ever since you were 4?
I mean, if that's what you love to do, man, go at it. But I think a lot of baseball players don't understand that taking care of your body, especially your arm, is really big. As you get older, you can't just go into throwing full speed without stretching and warming up. And I think he's learned this the hard way. He's never been really good about taking care of his arm.
I really just picked up the ball and I threw the ball.
Until after this surgery, he has not understood that taking care of your arm is a big deal.
Yeah. I mean, I can tell you got that nasty scar. They don't want to do it. That's crazy. All right, Barrett, you got a question?
How do you feel about the game tonight?
I'm excited. I mean, we know it's only a 4-inning game, but I think there's a lot of people that are antsy about it, anxious, whatever it may be. But I'm excited for it. Ready to go. Ready to stop playing against everybody and start playing with everybody again.
That's cool. So Coach Paz, I imagine he's a little different on football compared to baseball. What is he like as a coach? Because one thing I just learned is that he's 27, and he does not seem like a 27-year-old guy. I would guess that he was
May I answer this?
35. Yeah.
So he thinks he's big, and he thinks he can bully you, but deep down, he's not getting in nobody's head. He's a little guy. He's not doing nothing to nobody.
I think he's the biggest goofball of a coach I've ever had.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. I like him sometimes.
I'd love to have Haas on the
if you're-
podcast. Though.
Haas, if you're watching this, you're okay sometimes.
Okay. So you put Hoggard then Paz is what you're saying?
Absolutely.
Do they-
Hoggard is above Paz. I think Paz is dead last.
Mm.
Dead last.
Wow. I guess Mangum would be on there too.
He's got Mangum?
No,
I've
he's-
never had Mangum.
He's not a coach.
He's not a coach. I understand.
He's got Paz has got some good competition between Webb and Smithwick and Hoggard, but Paz is definitely dead last.
I would have to agree.
I hope you're watching this, Paz.
I'm just kidding.
So after baseball, I know that's a long way ahead. Do you see yourself getting into coaching like after?
I could see that. Most coaches, unless you're at a really high level, don't make a ton of money.
Yeah.
And they do it for the love of the game. But I could definitely see myself coaching.
Would you do it for the love of the game even if you weren't making a ton of money?
I think I would. Yeah, I think, being a high school coach or even a little league coach for one of my kids one day would be pretty awesome.
That would be cool.
Just getting to teach them what I've learned over the years from all the older guys that know more than I do. So.
Barry, do you see yourself also getting into coaching at one time?
Oh yeah, my little kid. I'm gonna teach him how to be a MLB player.
Oh, we talked about this before. What are we gonna name our kids?
Oh yeah, so if me and Carter had a kid, what would the name be?
I was just thinking individually, like you'd marry a woman.
Yeah, I'm not into the
My
me and
bad.
you having a kid deal, man.
I thought that's what we were talking about.
You may infer that.
What's the question?
So, what are you gonna name your kids?
Oh, Johnson?
That's awful.
You gonna name them John?
No,
Sam?
I actually, first of all, my dog's name is going to be Finn one day. I feel like that's just a,
We're talking about kids here, bud.
okay,
Kids.
I think I might have to, I think my dude's name is going to be John, because I got a lot of Johns in my family, but
Slang.
you're not going to call him John, he's going to have a nickname, and his nickname is going to be Cedric.
I just love Mr. Davis so much. I might name him Jacob. It might be
Oh,
Jacob.
Jake.
See,
Jake.
but if you have a kid, you name him Jacob.
Yeah, we can just
Your
call
kid's
him
gonna, your kid's gonna
Jacob
get bullied.
Myers, that doesn't feel very nice.
Big Jake. Big Jake's a good name.
Jake the
Jake, I
Snake.
like that. I'm not sure what I'm gonna name my kid.
I may
Hopefully
name my kid Slay.
That's a long way out. So
That is a long way out. But you honestly never.
You never know,
It
honestly.
could-
It may
could
be
a
next
long way.
week.
all right, let's not bring that up. That's not good.
That's true. That's true. You want
We're
Could
all
be
still-
about 10 months away.
We're all good God. We're all still in high school, man.
That's true. That's true. What's one thing that you've worked on this season, or that you still want to continue working on?
I think it's all about mental toughness. Baseball is a game built around failure, so I think if people can understand early that you build your success based on your failure, I think that's always good to learn. Being mentally tough, you're going to strike out, you're going to get thrown out, whatever, you're going to have bad days, you got to learn to just come back and keep going.
So it's the mental aspect that's probably the most important part.
Absolutely.
It's been great talking to you. I had a great conversation with you.
Thank you.
It's awesome to get a better look at what's going on with Oxford baseball.
Absolutely.
All right.
Go Chargers.
Both boys and girls soccer are district champs, and they're headed to the second round of the playoffs.
The girls are led by Taylor Grace Hamilton, A.C. Perkins, and Caitlin Urbanik. And Caitlin is also continuing her career at Furman University.
The boys are led by Roy Gonzalez and Will Mott. Can't wait to see them in the second round.
Good luck.
While it is a new day, after the Sharpe interview, we're going to talk about what happened last night with the whole jamboree that went on.
So first game, I think we won 10-2 against Lake Comarant. Brady Snett started that game. He did good. I pitched 2 innings, and then Jack Hill came to the game and threw 1 inning and did really good. He looked good out there. And then my favorite player of the day was Rob Upchurch, 8th grader. He hit 86 miles an hour. As an 8th grader, that is just crazy to me, which is, no glaze, but like, it was a little crazy.
That is crazy for
It was
an 8th
impressive. And every day now he's getting a bit more out of his shell, and he's talking just that first day. I don't think he said a word to us. Now he's getting a little crazy.
I mean, he's real good at football too.
Yeah, I've heard good things about that.
He's got great height.
Good basketball too.
Good basketball, yeah. I mean, he's an all-around athlete. Can't wait to see what he does.
Yeah.
Baseball, other sports around.
Second game, we played Houston. I started that game. I did good. And then Josh Rugg came to the game. He did good. He had like 2 bad hitters, but then after that he did good. He got out of the inning. And then Reed Kent came to the game, first time pitching in probably 2 years. I think I gave like 1 walk or 2 walks and got out of the inning. Maybe gave up 1 run. But for his first time, that's pretty nice. I'll take that every time out of him.
And freshman Ford Wade also got it. Right?
Ford got in at bat. I think he walked. And I asked his dad, I was like, is he going to run the bases? And his dad was like, no, like he's never going to run the bases 1 time. And I was like, all right, well, he'll get subbed out every time, but if he can be good at hitting, that'll be good for the team this year.
So do you expect to see a lot of improvement with the after charter baseball going into it with these young guys coming in that are real good? Like
Yeah,
Ryan
for
Ford?
sure. Like, cause last year, not many. I think Josh was the only freshman that played varsity, but like this year, like you got Hayes Huggins who might pitch, Cade Ferguson that might pitch, maybe even Garrett Costco. There's a couple people under the radar that might just like get a chance to play and just like prove their shot, like prove their point and show who they really are and get their chance to play.
To speak on the Sharpe interview, though, you know, you said Garrett was sending you zesty snaps.
Oh,
What does that mean?
you know, he likes to send like pictures and then he adds music over the top of it in the baseball group chat, and it really just frustrates me because like I'm just like, man, just stop sending pictures in the baseball group chat and just lock in on school because it's in the school and I'm trying to lock in.
I get those too.
And then I see Garrett and I'm like, I mean, maybe it's something important, so I'm gonna open it. And then I look, and it's never important. It's some random music playing over the top of his snap, and I'm just like, come on now, lock
Because
in.
what if Garrett was like seriously hurt and you needed to go like?
Yeah, that's
see
what I was.
him
Yeah, and like, what if he's in like,
the hospital. or
yeah,
something?
and I was like, okay, I gotta go see Garrett. But no, it's a Snapchat of him with music playing over it, and everybody thinks it's funny, but in reality, nobody thinks it's funny.
One thing I actually do want to talk about is how you knew your elbow was messed up when you had Tommy John.
Okay, so I pitched a lot last year, and playoffs, I think it was Lewisburg, my velocity was down, and I kind of just like, pretty much like, I mean, I didn't do good that game, but then, so we lost that game, and then our season was over. Took a break for about 2 weeks probably, and then I started playing summer ball. My first tournament, like, my velocity was down like 10 miles an hour, and like, there's a thing called spin rate, is how many times the ball spins, I think, something like that. And it was just,
Yeah, that sounds about right.
it was really low, and I knew something was wrong, so I went to see Curry Luber, and he was like, you need to get an MRI, and MRIs are probably one of the worst things I've ever done in
Oh
my
my
life.
god.
Sit there for 45 minutes and you can't move.
You know what scared me? Or like X-rays. I don't like X-rays.
No, that's not bad.
You sit under there and then you just got like they're seeing into you. Isn't that scary?
Yeah, it's a little creepy, but
And so MRI, you're like sitting in there.
yeah, you can like, I had to go like that, and you can't move your elbow. If you moved it, they're like, stop moving. So I'm like, yeah, I'm getting antsy, like I'm ready to go, and I was like, I can't do. I was about to like just be like, I can't do this anymore. And then the results came back. They thought it was they thought I sprained my UCL, but then I went to Luber like the next couple of days, and they said I tore it. So the day I got surgery, there was a chance it was either a 12-month surgery or a 7-month surgery, or like a 7-month recovery time or a 12-month recovery time. And I had to get an internal brace for the 7-month, and I got that. And so it's only 7 months, but they put like a little metal piece in my elbow
Ooh.
to make it like connect, which is pretty nasty. But they didn't know if it was going to be 12-month or 7-month until I got into surgery and they saw it in my elbow. It's kind of crazy.
Do you think whenever you get something metal to like stick to it, you're able to like stick to it now? Because it's like.
I don't know if it's metal. I just made that up.
You just made it up.
Yeah, I don't really know. Just know it's an internal brace.
That sounds so terrible. Have you, like, I've never really had a sports injury till recently where my hamstrings have been insanely tight and I've needed to stretch them like every day. Is there something that you've been doing like after now to help with your elbow?
Stretch a lot. That stretching is
Mhm.
what's good for you. And I think there's no like, you can't overstretch. Like, I think if you stretch for that long, it's good for you. And if you stretch for 5 minutes, then you may get an injury. But I think you shouldn't stretch for a long time before you pitch or play football or whatever you do. I think you should stretch.
Mhm. Coach Taylor told me one time, this is why I don't stretch, I didn't stretch at the time. He said, does he stretch before he chases after the mailman?
No.
No, he doesn't. You know, I took that to heart. I
Hey,
thought,
but you know what?
why would I stretch before I get to
You
play
know
football?
what?
What?
We're humans. That's a dog.
That's true. The dogs are crazy. You know, speaking of dogs, I've seen your Snapchat public
Shout out to
profile.
Bernie.
Your Snapchat public profile, you got like this cute little dog in there.
Yeah, I think she's at Delta Dog right now, playing with some dogs.
Yeah, I got a dog too. It's like little.
I love
Little dog.
dogs.
I love dogs so much.
Me too. I think that might be my favorite person.
The other dog?
Yeah.
She got it right now. It's just him playing with his cute little dog.
Yeah, that's my dog.
What type of dog is it?
A mini golden doodle. Got it in Hattiesburg.
I want to live on a farm and just have like a whole bunch of dogs and stuff.
Now I don't want too many, because then.
And they like poop everywhere.
But actually, like imagine you had like 7 dogs and they were just like all in the bed with you.
Yeah, cuddled up. That's so sweet. That's so sweet. I want to get a golden retriever so bad.
Me too.
Because I heard they're not good retrievers though.
Yeah.
That's maybe not the best thing to go hug with. You go with them, you go retrieve. I'd be like, what the heck, dude? Your name's Golden Retriever.
No, I mean, you never know with dogs. Like, sometimes they're just slow. Sometimes they're just.
Dumb dog. Oh, would you rather be able to talk to babies or talk to dogs though? Because I feel like
dogs.
talking to a
100%.
baby though, like,
What are they gonna do? Blah, 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 blah. I mean, it's just, you can talk to a dog and be like, you have to go for a walk, and she's like, yeah, I wanna go for a walk. Or a baby's gonna be like, blah, 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 but you can just be like, I wanna go for a walk. And then
what
and then if you lost a dog and she's stuck, you could be like, where are you? And then she'll be like, I'm over here.
she can be like, woo, woo.
Yeah.
But a baby, if it's lost, it's gonna be like, wah.
Babies don't get lost, they're right next to their mom.
Yeah, I guess that's true. But like being able to speak to a baby, I feel like it'd be interesting to get his take on the world. Because I feel like we all have a warped perception of what's going on. Because we've all been molded by like the world basically. And that you just get to have like a more open and free understanding.
Okay.
If you talk to like Davey.
I'm gonna have to disagree, but okay.
Mm. Talk with Davey.
Yeah, okay.
I think this types of talks would never happen on Last Friday podcast.
Oh, last Friday, they really are just like, they're not good people.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding, they're great people, but their podcast isn't better. They have a blank screen and you can't even watch. You literally just watch a blank screen.
You know, I used to watch Jack Harper and be like, that guy's so awesome.
Yeah, but ever since last Friday, I'm just like, man.
It's like, I don't even mess with like,
Yeah.
no, like, he used to be kind of like my hero. I'm not
Like,
gonna lie.
Brady isn't on this commit, but.
And so is Jack Harper, I mean.
Oh, true. But, ever since that last Friday pod, it's just like,
We don't really mess
we don't
with
really
him.
mess with them like that anymore.
Neither Howard Hyman. I was talking to Howard Hyman the other day.
I told him we'd have him on the pod, and I was like, which one do you like better? He was like, man, I can't choose. And I was like, well, you're not getting on the pod.
Yeah, that's true. Can't wait to have more guests on the podcast.
Yep.
That's so much fun to have. Sharpe was an awesome guest.
Yep.
I mean, all his answers were great, which, typically, well, not typically, but we were really blessed to have the opportunity to interview him.
Yep.
All right.
All right. Thank y'all. We have dance tryouts March 8th, and then we have cheer tryouts March 21st. So if you're wanting to come one of those, there's your tryout dates. And now we're going to go on to basketball.
The boys will play South Haven night to determine seeding in the first round of the playoffs. DJ Davis is averaging 24 points a game, which is actually really insane.
That's crazy.
Offer him now, baby. Come
Hey,
on,
Ole
guys.
Miss, get on this, man.
Over
Not
1,000
ready.
career points. He's done amazing things for Oxford. The girls are playing DeSoto Central. The winner will be the 3 seed, and the loser will be the 4 seed. The leading scorer is Cece Frierson. She's done great things for Oxford. But the real difference makers have been Kiki Vaughn and Janiyah Sins. Their shooting's been incredible, and they've really shown up towards the end of the season.
They've shown up when they needed to, for sure.
100%. All right, we're gonna do a quick segment where we talk to Barrett about his Super Bowl predictions. You gonna go ahead?
Yeah, so first of all, I got the 49ers. I got my reasons for it. Brock Purdy, he's just that guy. He was Mr. Irrelevant. You know, he's just that guy. He should be the MVP, in my opinion. MVP all the way.
That's a wild take.
I know it is, but I like the wild takes. Also, he's got so many people to throw to. He's got George Kittle, Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk. And then on the defensive side, you got Fred Warner, Trent Williams, and Nick Bosa, which is just a dominant defense, and that just nobody's going to beat them if they have all three of those guys playing to the best of their abilities. They got a great coach, Kyle Shanahan. He's a good dude. Like,
And he's like real smart.
yeah, he's
you
a
know?
good coach. He knows what he's doing, and he's good guy.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
I mean, I'm gonna have to agree with you. I think Patrick Mahomes is definitely the best player in the league, but I mean, can't beat the best team in the league. Because one thing I know is when you work as a team, like Barrett and I do, you get better results. And compared to just one person taking over the team, one person being like Patrick Mahomes, who's having to work with a terrible team, that's just not how it happens, man. You got to work together. You got to be synchronized together. You got to play like it's the last time you'll ever play.
Also, I just named five defensive players on the 49ers that are pretty much S tier. And I bet money you cannot name five defensive players on the Chiefs. It's just like it doesn't add up. So like that defense wins. And at this point, I feel like they have a better offense because I mean Travis Kelce's getting a little bit too much hype because Taylor Swift and all that.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the league, but at the same time, he doesn't have that many options to go to. And then once they get on defense, I feel like the 49ers will score a lot more points than them because just their defense is not as good.
And Travis is getting old and fat now.
Oh.
He's getting up there. So I don't think he'll have that many years left in the league. And I mean, it's just the Chiefs defense. You can name Chris Jones, and that's pretty much it for me. I mean, I just think the 49ers are going to run it up their tail the whole time, and then it's not going to be a game.
I do like Isaiah Pacheco. He runs really hard. I'm a big fan of the Rutgers. That's where he went to college. I like him a lot.
He's got a really good story, too.
Yeah, his mom and his sister, I believe, got murdered at the age of 6 when he was 16. So that's really rough. I may be wrong on that though. I know it's his sister. It may be his brother's sister or his mom's sister. Not really sure.
That is crazy. And, I mean, I think the whole Taylor Swift thing, I think she makes okay music. I just think it's overblown.
I'd say below average.
Yeah, I mean, I think most songs are pretty okay,
Yeah.
if you ask me. I just think it's overblown. They just made, Travis Kelce and the Chiefs into something that they're not now. I don't like it.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of her. I mean, if it's in the car and I'm like vibing to it, I mean, I'll sing it, but like.
Did she make that song, He Wears Short Shorts?
I wear a t-shirt, she's your captain, and I'm on the bleachers. Hey, that's a vibey song right there.
That's a really good song, to be honest on that. Yeah, I mean, I think the Super Bowl is going to be real interesting to watch. I personally can't wait to see it, and I hope Barrett and everybody else watching feels the same way.
What's your score prediction?
I'm going to go, what do you think about this?
You can go 31-24.
It's a pretty good score prediction. I'm going to go 31-24 probably.
I just said.
Yeah, I'm going to go 31-24 probably. I think that's a pretty good score prediction.
All right.
You got anything else on the topic?
No, just the fact that you stole my answer.
All right, I think we're good here. All right.